welcome to a special daylight edition of I'm Not Fitting to Read This. Now, this is also a very special occasion because today I have a non-fiction book. It's called Tapping into Wealth by Margaret M. Lynch. This book is a non-fiction book about tapping, or what's known as EFT, the emotional freedom technique. I don't know if analogous is the right word, but it's like got a bit of acupressure in there. There's like energy points. For some reason, when you tap on these points and you complain about your life, you feel better afterwards. Not in the normal way. If you've ever been triggered by, things in your life where due to the stimuli you can no longer think before you act, you can only react to the stimuli. Doing this practice helps to turn that off so that there is space for you to think through an emotion or to act in spite of an emotion. As they say, this is a woo-woo. If you're just like, I don't know, a muggle, this might be a little bit, too crazy to believe, but it's not really an issue of belief. Try the stupid thing and see it work. Frankly, I'm not trying to convince you if you're not going to do it anyway. See, for me, the reason that I took so long doing this review was because I wanted to see it work. I mean, I read this book a month ago, and since it's a non-fiction book that gives you instruction, I thought, well, the only fair thing to do would be to apply the work in the book and then judge the book based on the results and not so much on how it's written. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was going to do that, like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not reading this for fun. I'm trying to get paid. So I figured you'd probably be thinking the same thing if you picked this book up. If that's the case, 5 stars, it works, bang, we're done. This book goes through many different ways one might feel about money. And I mean money like cash, frills, dough, skrilla, like, not freaking abundance or wealth or whatever euphemism you want to use. I'm talking about Bitcoin, son. It walks you through the way you felt about money as a little kid, how your parents feel about money, because all this stuff subconsciously will influence how you move about your life. Because I don't know about you probably have this thing too. I've had this thing in all kinds of ways in my life where I want to be somewhere, but my habits and instincts stop me from being awesome. And one of the gripes I have about this book, and I guess any spiritual self-help book, it's so difficult to illustrate the mechanics verbally. It's not going to be exactly correct. Like when I say that you release these ways of being, I don't know if that's the proper way to say what's happening. I'm not some metaphysical surgeon who can peek into someone's energy system and look into their chakras and meridians and see exactly what's happening. I don't have that ability as of yet. So it's not something that I can really talk about with any sense of accuracy. So here's my thing about this book. I already said, 5 stars, it works. It'll help you to get paid. It's written a little bit funky. It's too much freaking talking. Every chapter is just trying to hype you up and has a story that's gonna help you feel a certain way so that you'll be excited to try the technique. But you know what I mean? You don't have to do that. I'm already here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. You don't have to read all the white page words, but read the tapping instructions in the gray, because those scripts go through everything. The scripts are so multifaceted around this one subject that you could change the subject itself, and the introspective, all-encompassing gaze will remain. I hope that translates. Using these scripts as a template, you could use this book and not just deal with how you feel about money. You can deal with any problem in your life by changing the subject from money to whatever that thing is, because it'll help you go so deeply into this issue. It'll help you go deep into any issue. That's a big plus on this book, yo. Another funny thing, though, that I thought was a little odd. This book was published 2014, 2013, yo. And there's this little thing in here. These little joints where you're supposed to be able to go to some other video. Yeah, I tried it and they ain't there. That, I guess, was some kind of cool thing that they tried, and it probably was a cool idea, but it didn't work. Like, it doesn't work now. So, I mean, it's just, pretty weird. So, the thing about me, I am, like, unable to hold a job. I'm a bad employee, you know what I mean? Like, I got no respect. The end. Every time I would get a job, in my head, it was like a score. Like, I get the job, get a couple $100, and then one day I wake up, go there and be like, no, F all y'all, I don't have to be there. So, I mean, that's a bad situation. You can't live a life like that, you know what I mean? Unless you just want to become a career criminal, and it's not worth it. After going through this, not like for a long time, but once very earnestly, I had these opportunities pop up which were like suitable for me. Like, I have a gig now where I stand up with a sign or whatever. I get decent money for it, and I also have like a responsibility as like a supervisor to stock the other position, and that like suits me to like hire people and just make sure it's taken care of. And then I have another gig that's kind of popped up where I edit audio for audiobooks. I get to read and do audio editing at the same time, and that's decent. You know what I mean? Like, it suits me fine. I get to do it whenever. Those things just kind of happen out of nowhere, but they happen. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't drop them. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is, yo. Like, I did the thing and it worked. So I mean, try it. I mean, if you want to. I'm not your dad. Also, Margaret Lynch has a YouTube channel. She'll go through the tapping process with you in your different chakra points. And she goes really into the sacral chakra. She can walk you through it and everything. I'm thinking, this is a library copy. Again, shouts out Scottsdale Public Library, unofficial big homie at the show. But I feel like I'm probably gonna buy this book. Just because, like I said, the scripts are so full. It's so comprehensive. I think it'd be worth like keeping around and going into different areas of my life and just continuing the practice, because screw it. I'm not trying to be dumb and broke forever. So yeah, I give it 4.5 stars. So I'll put the 5 stars in on Goodreads because you can't do halvesies, but that's some of the stuff that doesn't matter, like all the extra words and the URL code that doesn't work. I'll take a half star off for that. I think that's fair, right, Margaret? We good? All right, kids, that'll be it. I guess I'll get at you with whatever else I got. Okay, so here's the thing. I got some extra book. I got some other books. You tell me which one I should read, right? I mean, I don't like. There's like 5 people who watch this. Day in the Life of Ivan Desinovich, and I've got The Plague, and I've got Can't Hurt Me. I've got The Tropic of Cancer. Got All Quiet on the Western Front. I've got Catcher in the Rye. Oh, and also one that I'm definitely going to read. Because it's becoming way obvious that I need to know how to cross other people's T's and dot other people's I's. I've got The Elements of Style by White and Shrunk. E.B. White and William Skunk, whatever. Anywho, yo, I'll get at you when I'm at you. Peace.